Okay, now you can be aware. You ask other people what happened. What happened? You have to assume that.
Initially, when I was listening, I was trying to like focus on the music, but actually later on, when I saw no, I'm really trying to analyze the music. Then I tried to get away from the analysis. Then my mind was focused.
Oh, okay. But did you feel relaxed?
Yeah, when mind is focused, then I feel relaxed.
Okay.
But initially, I'm like my mind is basically churning. It's not like mind is not calm.
Right.
Because when you are analyzing, it's
Right.
going from thought to thought,
Right.
like it then and so on.
How about you?
Music happens to be one of my favorite things for relaxation. So for me, it was very easy to just feel it flowing through me. I was more aware of my breath.
Correct.
But I felt it was much easier for me to do that
Correct.
than for me, and I wanted to ask this, when I meditate, I generally use a mantra. So for me to use the object was very difficult.
Right.
Because the mantra that I use
Started
kept,
coming.
it was like the mantra was here and then focusing on the object was here.
Right.
Whereas the music, it could just be a blank slate.
Very good.
Does that make sense?
Right, very good. How about you? You felt
Same
relaxed?
thing, was much easier to focus on the music than the
Right.
object.
And the
Focusing on the object,
Right.
my mind was,
Very good.
I was completely focused on the
That's good.
music.
How about you?
It was relaxing anyway.
So for me, it took me a while. I guess I started waiting for the doctor part. And then I had to fit the music to, I kind of walked through what am I feeling, what is it making me, and then I finally got to a point where I just said, okay, well what's the music telling me?
Correct.
And I started kind of floating through mountains, and that sort of fit the music for me. So that was, once I got there, then I just completely relaxed, but it struggled for me.
Okay. These are the comments I'm going to tell you. If you want, you can write down. I don't have to write down. But you will understand this. First one is, most of you will find that the music was much easier. And this is because that in the human being, the sharpest sense is audio. This many people do not know it. It's not even probably written in the books. But I'm not going to go into anatomy. But the sharpest sense in the human being is not seeing. It is audio. For example, if you're watching a TV and you don't like the program, you can just close the eyes. After some time you will be able to block it to some extent. But if you're hearing a dog which is not even in the neighborhood, it's very difficult to block audio. So if audio is a very sharp sense for a human being, so if you like that audio naturally, like in her case, if you already like the audio and you use that audio for your meditation, it's going to help better. Now, currently what we did is, in the practice, we decided that we are going to listen to a music for stress relief. That means only thing you should feel is, you just enjoy that music. That's all. I'm not worried about what that music was. I'm not supposed to study that music or give any taste on it tomorrow. I don't even know what happened to that music, who is playing it. I don't care who is the playing. I never read the CD cover. The only thing thing was to enjoy that music, and I felt enjoyed. If that is my goal, that way it will work. Only reason why it should not work is I did not like that music. I'm sure one person in this did not like that music. Because a certain music, if you have a very high musical talent, and you can only enjoy certain quality music, then you can only enjoy that music. You cannot enjoy some other music which is a low quality music. So what happens now is that for such a person, they have to choose that quality music which they should do. But the minimum thing you understood is that the music or audio is easier. Now if you are using that music, or let us say that same music you are using to improve your analytical ability, and you are meditating that way, then you listen to that music with that analytics in the mind, that how many parts are there, what happened in the music, how it transitioned, then you will develop that ability. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you have to know your goal of that meditation, and you have to make that interaction with that goal in the mind and not do other things. So the problem is that we do other things. Like when we decide to come for a yoga meditation workshop, we already got 4 or 5 things, like we'll go to shopping after that and so many things. And then it's no problem if you can handle it. If you can actually handle it, it's okay. But what happens is that when your meditation is going on, you're already going to decide, the giant is going to close. That's going to come. So now your thing is distracted. So this distraction is created by you, not by the environment, like most of people say. So anyway, the third thing is that, did anybody felt sleepy in this? You felt little sleepy?
Actually, the first time more than this time.
Okay. You have to understand this way, that meditation is not relaxation. It is a very intense activity. So, because you do not have that much focus, which requires that energy, it is almost like, you must have heard some people speaking, they can continuously speak for 10-15 hours. Not in a distracted way, in a focused way, they are talking on one topic. Doesn't mean that all the persons can do that way. So they have that energy which they have built by doing exercise of that particular faculty. So meditation, when you start doing it, it's not all going to be fantastic from the first moment. When you feel tired, you must take a break. So it is very contradictory or a dilemma for you that you are decided now to do 45 minutes a day practice, and after every 20 minutes you are feeling sleepy. So which one you are going to do? That's where you have to make that determination that now I am going to take more rest at night and give more time to that meditation, not cut the meditation down. But you will find that most of the people, when they have a problem, they will cut meditation. Or if they are, suppose they are doing yoga exercise every day 1 hour, like he had the problem that he is now doing meditation, he is enjoying that meditation for 1 year. He himself said that I am not making up. Then after 1 year he had some other issues. So he cut down the meditation, not cut down the issues. So you have to cut down the issues if meditation is valuable to you. So for example, for me, I can guarantee you that if you give me $1 billion salary every day and I have to travel from my home to Baltimore, I'm not doing it, even one day. Did I get it from my birth? No, it took me 40 years to understand this simplest fact. Because I know that once I go to that Baltimore and get that $1 billion, so many things are going to happen. I already experienced similar thing, and it's going to be headache for me later. So I don't want that headache to happen. So this way, when you have a problem in the meditation, yes, you have to accept your limit. Try to keep it within your limit. It has to be sufficient. If there is a problem, preferably you should cut down the other things, not meditation. Because you will always, that means your value for that meditation is very little. As soon as you cut down meditation, you must immediately expect less from that meditation. So generally people want to cut down the activity but expect the same. They like to expect the same. So when you feel that you are tired, basically means that you need that rest.
6:45.
6:45. Good.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
If you are saying 45 minutes of meditation, but you're getting tired, is the goal to get to 45 minutes or whatever the hour is at one time, or can you break it up into 20 minutes?
That's a very good question. See, you have to understand this way, that it is easier to do 2 meditations to make total 45 minutes than doing 1 meditation of 45 minutes. But if your goal is to be able to sustain that activity, for example, I can tell you this, I am sitting now for last 2.5 hours. I can easily sit for another 5 hours without feeling tired. All of you can go from this room and I will sit in this room for 5 hours and I will not feel that all of you are not there. Even if I don't get paid for this workshop, I'll feel exactly same. Because I made that sitting itself is my meditation. And if you give me $1 billion once I decide to sit, I'm not going to take it for getting up. But did I get it on the first day? No. It took me 40 years. You have to understand that. Because I did so many gyrations. Then I came to know that sitting is very valuable.